You don't need hundreds of thousands of followers to make money in real estate. I built my real estate business with less than 500 Facebook friends. There were no viral posts, just consistency and showing up as my authentic self. My name is Patrick Choi. I own about $14 million in real estate, and I own a brokerage with more than 60 agents, plus a property management company, an acquisitions company, and a real estate holding company. And I'm not saying all of this to try to brag, because there's plenty of people that are way more successful than I am, but it's to further drive the point that you don't need a massive following online to build wealth, grow a business, or create success in your life. It's never been easier or cheaper to build trust at scale. Social media lets us reach more people with less effort than ever before. And in real estate, it's not just about going viral. I'd rather have 1,000 local views from people who might buy and sell a home than hundreds of thousands of views from people that will just never take action. Real estate is a hyper-local business, and you don't need the whole world, you just need the right people in your world. The number one reason agents struggle with social media is imposter syndrome. That little voice inside your head that says, "Who am I to post this? I'm not an expert. What if people judge me?" The truth is, you don't need to be an expert. You just need to show up as someone willing to help. When you shift your focus from you to the person you're serving, the pressure just dissolves. That's where having a good framework comes in. A framework removes the baggage of what to say and makes posting less about putting yourself on display and more about simply helping as a friend. At the end of the day, most people just way overthink social media. They're waiting for the perfect script or the perfect setup, but social media doesn't need perfect, it just needs you to show up. Here's the simple framework that's worked for me. Instead of acting like an expert, talk like you're helping a friend. Think about who you actually want to help: first-time home buyers, investors, downsizers, and then consider the problems that they face: confusion about the market, fear of making mistakes, not knowing where to start. If your content is about solving problems and helping people, you'll never come across as being braggy or arrogant or cocky. And when you're stuck on what to post, use the 5 Fs. I first heard about this from YouTuber Omar El Takori, and I'm not even sure if I'm getting all 5 of these correct, but it's family, food, fitness, faith, and fun. Now, I'll be honest, I don't hit all 5. And for me, it's more like 3. And that's the point. It's not about perfection. Social media is a skill just like anything else, and I'm also working on it too. What matters is that you show up as a person and not as a salesman, because people connect with people. The goal is for a stranger to say, "I feel like I know you." That connection is more powerful than any stat about closing or years of experience. Those things are secondary to being likable, relatable, and trustworthy. And social media helps you scale that. So how do you actually start? Well, first off, pick a platform before you spread yourself too thin. Post a mix of personal and professional, and remember the 5 Fs. Share wins, lessons, behind the scenes moments, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable and also talk about your mistakes. Don't wait for perfect. Just get it out there and treat every post like a conversation with one person who needs your help. At the end of the day, social media isn't about being an influencer. It's about being authentic, relatable, and helpful. You don't need 100,000 followers. You just need the right handful of people to know, like, and trust you. And social media is one of the best tools to make that happen. So here's my challenge. Post one thing today. A story, a photo, a quick reel. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be you. Because somewhere out there, someone needs your help, and they can't find you if you stay silent.